welcome back to another video where I'm fixing up my Ford Focus and hoping to get it running, or fixing most of its concerns. I am joined here today with my cat, Winnie. Say hi, Winnie. Say hi, Winnie. And today I'm going to be fixing the horn and my fog lights. So let's get to that today. So fixing my, see, like there's Weenie. Fixing the horn isn't that much of a problem, nor are the fog lights. It's pretty easy, but one thing I will say is make sure you have your personal protective equipment, like some boots just in case something hard falls on your foot, and some pants so you don't dirty any nice pants that you have. And also make sure on days like this that you're really hydrated. I couldn't film for the past 2 weeks, I want to say, because it was pretty hot and I didn't want to give myself heat stroke. So it's a day where it's 75, but it's still humid. So, hey. At least it's a day where we could still get something accomplished. Winnie. I think a bird just freshly pooped on my car. I'm so scared a bird's gonna like pass by and I'm gonna like get pooped on. Either way, here we have our toolbox, well, tool bag. And I did recently wash my gloves, so I'm happy for that. I don't think I will need them today though. They smell good. And I bought myself an organizer for my sockets. I'm still missing a few sockets, but I'll probably go to a flea market and buy some just to, hey, there's so many mosquitoes now, just to fill up the gaps. Here's my only snap-on tool that I'll be using to help me with my push pin thingies. Here goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just got launched. But I could always replace it. But let's see if I can find it real quick. It got launched, but it's somewhere. And I also have push pins in the wheel well. So here we go. I might need the tool. Here we got another one. Did I put one up here as well? I don't think I did. So many mosquitoes. Okay, no, there goes that bumper. That side of the bumper. And then here is another push pin. There's that. And I was gonna say, I don't think this push pin's attached to anything, but it is. And here's 2. And my bumper should come out. should come out like last time. There goes my little thingy. My hood latch. And is there anything holding this? There shouldn't be. Oh, right, there is. Kinda. It is this little clamp under the fog light. Make sure you don't damage your, well, not fog light, my headlight. Make sure you don't damage your headlight. So many mosquitoes. There you go. Finagle it. Move out the way, Beanie. Beanie, you gotta move out the way, buddy. Why are you right there? No, leave the push pin alone. Winnie. Squeeze me. Excuse me. Okay. Say hi, Winnie. Here, I'll give you one push pin to play with. All right, now I do have the wires for my old fog lights still attached, and I do need, oh, there's a little spider friend. I do need some pliers to cut off the wires, so I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and baby is in my hood. Back with some cutting pliers to cut the zip ties off of cut the zip ties that are holding it. Now I don't want to cut the wires. There you go. And now my bumper is free. My bumper is free. And now I can, excuse me, Beanie. Now I could go on the other side. A lot of birds. And I did unclip the, you're hitting me with your tail, sir. I need those cutting pliers again, too. Is there anything else I need to cut? I will cut this zip tie that's holding my PCM box, because I do have the part for that to replace it, and it's just hanging on by a zip tie. How can I cut this? Okay, wait, this is the cable for the fog lights, so hopefully I can take it off somehow. Oh, here it is. There we go. Boom. And now there's like a little zip tie, now that I see it, holding the cables for the fog lights in place. So I'm just gonna try and cut that too. It doesn't let me. It's like it's not wanting me to cut it. No, don't kill me. I still work. All right, let me just. Cut the wire so it's at least free, because I do have a new wire. I do. Or don't tell me. Don't tell me I just cut off something valuable. Okay, no, I did not. This is it. Vinny! Freaking mosquitoes. I'm not sure why I can't cut the, you know. Alright, I'm just cutting the wires so I can at least get the piece out of the way. And now all I'm left with is the zip tie. And the more I look at this car, the more I actually think it was an accident before. Because there's just no way that the bumper down here is warped on its own. But I don't think it was because of the bumper or caused in the front. But there is this box for the PCM, I want to say. And I just hope the screws are still here, or at least the placement for it. Oh yeah, it's still here, because it's broken off, but it's where it's supposed to be mounted like that, I think. But obviously I need to cut this off, but I can't. Okay, so you might see this familiar spot from before in my last video where I replaced my windshield reservoir. And I mean, yeah, it's holding up, and I'm glad that the fluid hasn't evaporated yet, unlike my coolant. But right now we're just going to be replacing the horn, which I mean is my they are dual horns. So the reason I found out that this part was bad was because every time I would honk my horn, I would only be able to honk it like 2 or 3 times, and my fuse would blow. So the reason a fuse would blow would be is because there's either too much current or too much voltage passing through it. And since my fuse is a 15 amp, I obviously there's more current or more voltage going through it than needed. And so I pulled up a schematic. I looked at the parts to find out where it was shorting from. And so since my actuator, like the action of actually pressing down the horn, like the switch, the actuator, I hear it clicking, and it obviously works because I can honk my horn. Obviously that wasn't the issue, and my fuse obviously wasn't the issue because it was like a bridge. It was connecting, but it was also like breaking, if that makes sense. But either way, voltage was still being passed through the fuse, so the fuse was not the issue. Not that the fuse was too little or not enough, but either way, it's still like, what's this called? It was still working. And so how I came to the conclusion that it was the horn was that I took a multimeter, and obviously I replaced the fuse with a new one to check if voltage was coming through, and I placed a millimeter at both ends, and then had someone press the horn, so like press the actuator, press the switch, and there has to be 12.6 or at least like 12 volts coming through here, and there was 12 volts coming through here, so the wiring wasn't the issue, it's the horn that was the issue. So enough yapping. I'm going to take the horn off, but hi Winnie, the main part of taking the horn off Where's my horn? Here it is. Hi, baby. Sorry, baby. Is that there's, it goes like this. They had it in reverse. The horn's supposed to be more like over here. Well, I didn't change anything on this part, but this part is like backwards. Either way, I generally don't know how it's supposed to go, but I can't get to the bolt that's like here. Oh, my water. I gotta drink more. I can't get to the bolt that's there. So I'm gonna take the actual like horns themselves off of the bracket and then take the bracket off. Take a sip of water and then get to work. So this is a 10 millimeter. And there's just little nuts. Who knows if I'll reuse the nuts? No, they come with their own. So here's this, and then this was the box that the new ones came in. I'll leave it like that. And then I'll take the other one off. There you go. And then we take the bracket off. Hi, Whitney. Since we have enough space. It is also a 10. I think it has a washer on the inside, but I don't really have a 10 millimeter wrench. So I just have to make do with what I have. And it should just come out. Because this bolt isn't rusted or anything. Yeah, it's coming out. Ah. There you go. And oh no, the washer's built in. Yep, it's like welded in. So I do need the nut or the bolt. The bolt. So it was attached like that, and then here goes the horn. Well, no, this one goes on this side. Oopsies. This side goes on this side. Here we go. There you go. And then the part is ready to go to the recycling or something. Obviously it can't go to a junkyard because it doesn't work anymore. Oh, and then this is the old wire. So my part did come with new wires and obviously horns. It just didn't come with a bolt. So let's see how this new one will go on. I'm guessing it goes on like the old one, but the old one went on like this. No, it went on like this. Yeah, it went on like that, but then I fear it's hitting my windshield washer reservoir, so I have to find another way how to mount this. I'm not taking the wires off. The wires can just stay on like that. I don't know if like it makes a difference on which like side I bolt it on, but I think it does because where'd I put the bolt? No. Oh, it's right here on my lap. Because the bolt doesn't go through that hole. It goes through this one. It's starting to get a little humid now. It's still 75. So can't go on like that. So I feel like I fear that I have to, you know, change it some way. Or it could just go on like that. No. I feel like I have to move the bracket. Let me look. Oh yeah, I found this image. So, boom. But it's not going on like that, so I do truly believe that it goes like this. I do truly believe it goes on like that, but my concern is that it's going to keep hitting my windshield wiper reservoir. It's going to keep hitting my reservoir, and then it's going to rub my reservoir and make a hole in it.
Hold them so they don't fall in your face.
I'm going to need to get on my back. I just hope that it doesn't fall on my face. Okay, I think I found it. I think I found a way how to mount it. Core strength. And I need a deep socket. Do I have a 10? No, I don't have a 10. A deep 10 socket. I have an impact. I have a deep impact. That's a 10. This is 12. No! I need my 10. Please. Give me my 10. I literally have my 10. Here we go. They're just impacts, and I don't want to group them up with the rest of my the rest of the chrome sockets. Okay, that's on off. This is on now. Come on. Going on. Here we go. Yay! Ooh, that's hurting me. My tailbone. I'm okay. I brought the cardboard, but oh yeah, I brought the cardboard, but I seem to not be laying on the cardboard. Oops, I just smacked the part. I just hope that it's getting tighter. And I just hope that I'm not rounding off the socket. It got tighter. Okay, let's go. And now I can just click on the thingy and I can test it. But right now I don't really, well, I do want to test it, but now I don't want to. I'm going to plug it in now. I just hope that it doesn't beep at me. I would get really scared if it did beep at me. All right, now. Oh no. The positive and negative connectors are kind of like squished up onto that side thingy. So I'm gonna disconnect this so I don't get like electrocuted. But I am gonna move this top one and like shimmy it a little bit. So I'm gonna put this on off. And I just shimmied the horn just a little bit. So it's like this now. I don't think this is a good idea for the horn to be like that. Hold on, let me just disconnect it and then shimmy the horn some other way. Hey, there's a washer on it. That means I can't lose the washer. A washer on it. Cute little washer. The other one didn't have a washer, I don't think. Oh, they did. The washer just fell on the ground. I might move this one then, just to make more space for the top one, now that I think about it. Aww. Look at baby. She's so cute. Aw, mamas. Alright, so I'm gonna move it like this way. And then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna move this one. I can't even do it like that. I can't even do it like that either. But that's how it's supposed to go. I just hope that the bumper goes over it really nicely. I might just move the lower one again. There you go. I mean, I could always just change the wiring, but I don't even know. Oh, my knee. Dang it, I forgot which one's positive and which one's the negative. I just hope I don't fry my new horn that I worked so hard for. And plus, the wire's gonna be touching chassis ground, so I don't want it to, you know, short circuit the chassis ground. The ground wire is going to chassis ground. No. There's no right or wrong way to screw on a nut. There's no right or wrong way, come on. I'm gonna lose this washer. Finally, I have tweaked the horn placement like around as much as I could, and this is what works with the tub horn on like facing towards this the lower horn. because I don't know which one's high and which one's low. I don't know which one's the high and which one's the low horn. But either way, I've tweaked it around, and the wires are not smushed or anything. And if the horn works for me this way, I should probably get some electrical connector cleaner to clean this out. But if it works for me this way, then that's how I will keep it. That's the reality of the part. And the horns are facing downward, so debris can't get in, or rainwater will obviously like flow out of it. So yeah, I'm just hoping that my horn works. Alright, so now I'm going to, ooh, I almost fell. Now I'm going to turn on the car. Well, not turn it on completely, because I don't have a lot of antifreeze coolant, antifreeze, in my reservoir right now. So I'm just gonna turn on the accessory mode, and I'm gonna beep to see if she works. Ah, baby! All right, guys, here we go. All right. I think she works, guys. Well, she sounds awful, but at least she's not silent. At least she's not silent, but you obviously hear some vibration from her. I can see right now that the horn is touching the bumper, but I will fix that maybe later. But I feel like now is a good time to end this. So, bye.